I am so glad you convinced me that the family car should be the Defender 110. It is so beautiful inside, it's so comfortable, and it just feels indestructible.
Yes, it really is. I've been waiting a long time for the new model to come out. The Defender 110, I'm telling you, it's my favorite car of all times. It's my third one. You know, I have stories of going off road. The guy managed the group. He was like, "What are you doing in this beautiful car?" I'm like, "I'm going off road." He's like, "Are you sure? Because you can use one of ours." And then they look like Mad Max cars. I'm like, "No, no, 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 we're going to do this." And he was shocked.
Wow. Well, it's great because the Defender has been reimagined for 21st century adventure, and its unparalleled off-road ability as well as its robust interior are invaluable whether you're headed towards uncharted territory or just a weekend of exploration. The Defender 110 tackles challenging surroundings with absolute confidence. The SUV conveys strength outside and in, featuring peerless technology like an intuitive driver display and an award-winning infotainment system. That's my favorite part, to keep you connected no matter where the journey takes you. Adventure is unique to everyone, and so is the Defender. Choose from the two-door Defender 90, the four-door Defender 110, or the larger Defender 130 with the ability to seat up to 8 passengers. You'll find uncompromising performance in all three. So pack up and go even further with the Defender 110. Learn more at LandRoverUSA.com/Defender.
These days, we're all investors, trying to be smart with our money despite our worst impulses. But at iShares, we believe that deep down inside of every investor is a better investor. One that's just waiting to be let out. Explore iShares ETFs and insights and let your best investor out. Visit iShares.com for more information.
Don't let the mysteries of life scare you away. Instead, ask Altucher. Here's James Altucher. Hi, this is James Altucher.
And I am Claudia Zula Altucher
for another Ask Altucher podcast. And I just want to say, if we sound at all, like if we sound in pain, it's because we're both squeezed into a 2x3 closet. There's construction outside, and we don't want you, the listener, to have to listen to all this construction.
Yeah, I love how you just tell it like it is, where we are and everything.
Well, what's interesting too is we're in an Airbnb, but we've been in, now this is our third Airbnb in 2 months, and we've been in nonstop Airbnbs. We haven't been home.
17 last year.
But we haven't been home in 2 months.
We haven't. No.
And what's been great is realizing how little we need. Like I never think of what's in my house. I have like 2 pairs of pants, a bunch of shirts, a bunch of button-down shirts, and 1 pair of shoes, and all my books are on Kindle, and I have a computer and a cell phone, and that's all I need, like in life. We get shampoo from the store, so I didn't have to like carry that around, and that's it.
Yeah. The microphone is important. That has to come. I have
think
like
we
one
bought this,
nice
though.
dress. No, this one came with us.
Oh.
I have one nice dress and a couple of yoga clothes.
How come you haven't worn your nice dress for me?
Yes, I have.
Really?
For New Year's Eve. Yes,
All
you
right.
just don't remember, perhaps. But I have a wonderful question here. Actually, it's a little bit scary. It comes from Robert from Facebook, and he says, I got myself into deep-ass credit card debt while unemployed, and yes, I was also fiscally irresponsible. Now I have like 6 store and regular credit cards that I cannot pay. So he's wondering whether we have any advice if we've ever been in debt. The thing is, he is working at some place right now after a layoff, but he's only making $11 an hour, so that's only enough to pay for family, and he has all this credit card debt.
Okay, so this is really important. So I've been in massive debt before, not credit card debt, but like house debt, like mortgage debt and stuff.
I have as well.
I've never had a credit card actually because I've never had a good credit rating for whatever reason, probably because of the answer I'm about to give. But I totally get it that he feels obligated to pay his credit card debt. He's scared. I would be scared. I have been scared. So first off, let's acknowledge you did make a contract with the credit card company to pay down your debt. But right now, at $11 an hour, you are completely unable to pay down this debt. So what I'm going to recommend to you seems harsh, and it almost seems anti-corporate, but we'll deal with that in a second. The first advice for you is it's just acknowledge, don't take on additional debt. But the second thing is, don't pay down any more debt. Just stop paying your credit card companies. They're going to pile up. It's going to feel painful. Do not pay down your credit card.
That's going to go very well with our listeners hearing that.
Do not, I don't care. Don't pay down your credit card debt.
This is the first time I have ever in my life heard that advice. Like, this is not what you get in Susie Orman's or what you get in Rich Dad Poor Dad or what you get in Tony Robbins. This is what we get in Altucher.
Well, Rich Dad Poor Dad and Susie Orman, I love them. You know, they're great people. They help a lot of people, but they're wrong on this.
You're going in a completely different direction. Tell me why. I mean, why would say I did
Okay,
that?
and again, let's take ethics out of the question for a second, because clearly you made a contract. You can make all sorts of rationalizations. Oh, they're the big evil corporation. They charge too much interest. I'm just a small guy. Whatever. You can rationalize it any way you want. But here's the reality. You're only making $11 an hour. You have 6 credit cards you've maxed out. You need to get your life together first. You cannot pay down this debt. Stop immediately paying down the debt. So let me just explain to you what's going to happen, because it's important to know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
It's important to know what's going to happen so that you know it's the worst case scenario. And this is kind of, I'm borrowing a little from Stoicism here, where you imagine the worst case scenario is somehow the police are going to chase you down and throw you into debtor's prison. That doesn't happen. So let's actually go over what the worst case scenario is. Okay. So first, your interest is going to go up immediately. They're going to charge you late fees. But since you're not paying down your debt anyway, you don't have to worry about the late fees. The second thing that happens is you're going to be delinquent. After, I don't know if it's 60 days or 90 days, you're going to be considered delinquent on your credit card debt. This is going to make your credit score horrible. Your credit score, I don't know what your credit, let's say your credit score right now is 680. It's going to go down to 580 or lower. You're going to have a horrible credit score for a long time. And you're going to owe more and more money every single month to the credit card companies. But since you're not paying, you're not actually going to lose any money. I would start saving your money here. Finally, the credit card companies, this is what they have to do, and I know this. I'll explain why I know this in a second, but they're going to sell your debt to either a lawyer or a hedge fund. I know this because I used to be invested in hedge funds that would buy debt. So here's what a hedge fund does when they buy debt, or a lawyer, and there's even 2 or 3 public companies that do this. A credit card company goes to the hedge fund or the company and says, I have this debt. This guy owes $100. The hedge fund says, great, we'll pay $3 for it. $3 they're going to pay for $100 worth of your debt. Like, Claude, if you had $100 in debt, I'm going to pay to the credit card company $3 for it. And then what I'm going to try to do is, across all the debts that I buy, I'm not just going to buy your debt. I'm going to buy thousands of people's debt. I'm going to try to collect $6 or maybe $10 from your debt. And overall, I'll make money, like a great return on my investment compared to, let's say, treasury bills or other investments that I can make. So
I had no idea there was a business behind
this. Is a fascinating way for hedge funds and for other companies to make money. You know what state is nobody will buy from?
No.
North Carolina. So for whatever reason, North Carolina and West Virginia, they don't pay down at all ever. So it's very hard to collect from them. So, but any other state like New York, New Jersey, no problem, they'll pay. Now, some lawyers will pay. Now, hedge funds will outsource to a lawyer, and the lawyer will start going to court for you, or will call you. Now, you should look this up. I won't go over every detail. You should look this up. You can keep track of when they do illegal things. There's plenty of illegal things that they will try to do when they're calling you about your debt. For instance, they can call at the wrong time. They can not identify themselves properly. They can incorrectly say that they're the credit card company. There's all sorts of things they can do that's illegal when they're trying to collect your debt. Don't correct them. Just mark down when they do illegal stuff. Or if, even better, try to record them. Or even better, don't let them call you. Like, just shut off your phone and just have a cell phone. Most people just have cell phones now, or change your cell phone number and then they can't call you. So, by the way, every step of the way, your credit score is going lower and lower. Finally, a lawyer can get a judgment against you. But if he doesn't even know where you are because he doesn't have your credit card number, or maybe you've moved or whatever, then it's harder to get a judgment against you. So chances are the lawyer is going to try to settle with you. So let's say you, Claudia, have $100 in debt, and now you really feel like you should pay. Okay, offer $10 instead of the $100. So, well, let's let this thing pass by.
Oh.
Construction.
But let me ask you, when you say that eventually, what do you say if I had 6 credit cards and the minimum payment tends to be pretty low, say, I don't know, 25 each or 100 each?
Your minimum payment's going to go up every month because your interest is going to go up. But okay, go ahead.
But the argument for just doing the minimum payment until whenever it is...
He's making $11 an hour.
So he's not even...
He's making $1,600 after taxes. He's making $1,000 a month.
I've been there.
So his rent's $500. He's got to buy food. Minimum payment's $100. That's 10% of his take-home pay per month.
Okay, so after all the harassment and after all of this, he settles and he can maybe make a...
I'm actually suggesting don't even settle. But first, start changing your life around. Like, don't get any more credit cards. Start figuring out how to reduce your lifestyle so that you don't need credit card debt. For me, I lost 2 homes because of this, because I couldn't pay my mortgage. I've never had a credit card, but I've definitely experienced mortgage debt. I actually have a horrible credit score because... I don't know, I didn't pay a library fee or something. When we just checked our library credit scores a few weeks ago.
It's because we were so scared in one of the mortgages that we stopped paying for a month.
Yeah, no, I had 1 month. So out of millions of dollars of mortgage debt, I was like 1 month late once, and I have a horrible credit score.
Because of that, yeah.
And I'll be honest, I had an IRS lien like 8 years ago, and I never cleaned it up. I'm like, I paid it in 1 month, and I had a bad credit score.
But you know what? The credit score is a complete scam. It's a total scam. Like anything, like you're late on the phone bill, and they'll lower points for you. And then if you try to find out what your credit score is, then you have to put $1 in. It's free, but you have to put $1 in. And if you don't call to cancel, they won't cancel you, and then they start charging you $15 a month. It's ridiculous. It's like better not to even look at it.
So credit score is a total scam. I'll give you an example. Instead of doing Airbnbs for 3 months, we looked at doing a short-term rental. And this is the reason why we checked our credit scores. And I had the worst credit score possible. Like, you can't even get a worse credit score. And
you're in the black.
And they showed us, yeah, and they show the people showed it to the landlord, and the landlord's like, okay, just have them put an extra month down as a payment. We decided not to rent anyway.
And then at the end they said no, not even an extra month.
Oh yeah,
they were fine with it.
So the credit score is meaningless. Now, if you're going to buy a house, the credit score might be more important, but please read my 5,000 other blog posts about why you should not buy a house. Because if you really want to save your financial life, do not buy a house. If you really want to reduce your lifestyle and have more flexibility about job and really not...
Unless it's a tiny house.
We like the documentary about tiny houses, but whatever. I'm not buying a tiny house. So
we are in a tiny closet.
Again, find out all of your rights in terms of what the debt collectors can do. But whatever you do, stop paying your credit card bills for at least a year. Don't even settle. Like, drag out the settlement. Keep track of everything.
And put all the focus in getting on your feet. Daily practice. Coming up with ideas every day.
Yeah. Put all the focus on getting back on your feet. You could decide later whether to pay or not. No one's judging you ethically. Yes, it's a big company versus the small guy. Whatever. Times are hard. And the credit card companies expect that a certain percentage of people... I'm not saying nobody pay back their credit card debt. I'm just saying you shouldn't pay back your credit card debt. Because the credit card companies do expect that a certain percentage of people will not pay it back. That's why this whole cottage industry is set up to collect credit card debt. But they're a ruthless industry, and even they don't expect to collect on everything. Now, the one thing we know is your credit score will go down and you will be harassed. So don't worry about the credit score, because you'll need it once every 5 years, and even then you won't need it. Yeah, and just don't have a land phone. They're not going to call your cell phone. Just don't have a land phone. I haven't had a land phone in like 8 years. I don't think I've ever handed out a land phone in 15 years. So that's
good luck. We would like to hear from you, Robert. We really wish you good luck with this, with the reinvention.
Yeah. Keep track of what it is. Where we lost where we are in GarageBand here. Hold on one second, Robert.
And if you have a question, you can always text James to his personal phone number at 203-512-2161. Did I get your phone right?
Yeah, 203-512-2161. How did this message come across? Was it my text?
This was through Facebook, actually.
Through Facebook. Okay. Yeah. Keep in touch through Facebook and good luck. And if you have any questions about this too, or if you disagree with me or if you're angry about me about this, which we did a podcast last week that some people were angry about on Ask Altucher where my 12-year-old daughter was on it. But
it's okay to have opinions. We're open to talk unless it's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't do crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do crazy. That's our motto for today.
But we are in the closet, so let's get out of the closet.
Bye.
Now that's what we call done. Visit StansberryRadioChooseYourself.com to download our free report called the Choose Yourself Stories and check back daily for more Ask Altucher.
Becoming your strongest financial self? Good plan. Northwestern Mutual's Guide to Good Financial Planning can help you balance spending and saving, set goals, and start creating the life you want to be living. Get it today at northwesternmutual.com/goodplan. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.